Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth Coopersmith with ElizabethCoopersmithConsulting.com. Welcome once again to Tech Tutorial Monday. And today we are going to go with the third and last step of setting up your new CRM, which is Invoices. So let's start over again with what does a CRM do? CRM stands for Client Relationship Management System, and it is a easier and more simplified and faster way to communicate with your clients, send out contracts, and do invoicing, so it takes up less of your time. And remember what I've said like the past two times. This isn't like a new thing that you have to learn. It's just, it's not, you're not reinventing the wheel. You are changing the tires. It's just a different way to do the same thing you've always been doing. So again, my 3-step prep is to get your emails together, get your contracts together, and get your invoices together. And so for the first video, we talked about what emails you need to get in one place in order to set up your CRM. Then we did the same thing with contracts, as far as like what contracts, what they need to say, what it is, why, you need to get them, and what they look like in the actual system. And today we're going to talk about invoices. So with invoices, the invoices that you need to do, and as I say at the bottom, you can put them in a Google folder with the same Google folder that you put in with your contracts, just so you have it all in one place. This is what I do with my clients. You need one invoice for every service. So if you are, say, a caterer, if you're doing full service catering, if you're doing a drop off, if you're doing what have you, just one for any particular service. And of course, if you customize, then, just pick like the 3 or 4 that you do the most. And then make sure that they each have a payment plan with them. So if you usually charge for every service just like one flat rate that they have to pay in the beginning, then go ahead and do that. If you do a retainer at the beginning before you start work, and then you do something towards the end or the middle, go ahead and do that. And I would just recommend strongly again that if you don't have a payment plan, if you are doing a service and then waiting to get paid at the end, do not do that. Don't do that. Just set up a retainer. Set up the balance sometime towards the end, and this is a good time for you to start fresh. Think about, do you include tax on any of your services? Make sure that that's in that list as well. And then again, are there any specialty invoices that you do? Like, do you give a discount? So do you have an invoice that has a discount on it? Do you have an invoice that has like combo services on it? And I'll show you a little bit about that later. And again, put all of your invoices in one place, one Google folder, so you can go to it when you need to convert it to the system. So CRMs and invoices, why they are so cool. And as I put in here, it's emancipation. You don't have to send out everything manually. You can automate and schedule delivery of your invoices, and the CRM will also track it. So it'll tell you when your customer has looked at it. It'll tell you when your customer has paid it. It'll tell you if your customer hasn't looked at it at all. And again, it'll send you reminders to both of you. So to remind you that the customer hasn't paid it yet, so you can give them like a hint. And then there's some of them, Honeybook, which is the one that I use, that will actually give them a hint if they haven't looked at it in a couple of days, like, hey, this is out here, you need to sign it. And then also tell you, hey, this is out here, your client hasn't signed it. So there's accountability on both ends. The money goes directly into your account. So, but you're familiar with this. The money goes directly into your account, they pay it, and it goes to their system, the CRM system, and just goes directly into your bank. And then the fees are around the same or less than what you're using now, but you're just saving a lot of time and a lot of stress, because you don't have to there's like this big, huge part, which is everybody is worried about, that you do not have to do yourself. So I'm going to get out of this for a second before we get to the big finale. Because what I wanted to show you was what it is that I do for my clients. In HoneyBook, it's called proposal. For most of you who send out proposals, usually know that it's like a list of like, this is all the stuff that I'm going to do for you, and this is how much it's going to cost. And they go, oh my God, that's awesome. And then they go ahead and you're like, cool, I will send you a contract and an invoice. What I tell my CRM clients to do is actually put together something that is called a proposal, and I believe Dubsado and the other CRMs call that as well, where it's this whole thing all in one thing. So what I've talked to you about is emails. I've talked to you about contracts, and I've talked to you about invoices. So the emails are something that you're going to send them later, and I might actually just do one of these on that too. But look, this is how this goes. So when you have a proposal, and this is a CRM proposal that I put together a while ago, it's just a blank template for right now. So you see, you have the items that they're paying for. So it's the CRM automation, and then check all existing automations, and then create and automate workflows. And workflows is another thing that we'll probably talk about later when it has to do with CRMs. And then it has all of this, or it could just be one item, whatever it is that you need to send them. It has the total. It says, do you want to add a discount? Do you want to add tax? And then it has the payment schedule. And the way that I divided this payment up, in this template, for instance, was to do half on the day of the invoice, which is today, and then do half of it like midway towards the end of the project. So whenever that date is. And then what it also does, the proposal, it has the client service agreement or the contract. That's something that you're going to convert into the CRM, as well as information, your information, their information, what the actual project is, location of services, all this stuff in the contract. And we can't show it, but what happens is when you send it to them, a place for them to sign goes down here, and a place for you to sign goes up here. So once they sign it, you sign it, and then you send it back to them. And it's just easy peasy. And like I said, all that other automation goes in with it. So that is my 3-step system: emails, contracts, and invoices. Let's see if I can do this and still keep recording. Yay! I was having some problems with this earlier. So if you would like to find out more about me, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Elizabeth Coopersmith. If you have any questions, you can message me on Instagram or email me directly at elizabethcoopersmith@gmail.com. You can sign up for my newsletter, which has weekly tips and tricks for websites and workflows by texting workflow to 42828. You can do that right now. Or go to my email, go to my website, yay, at www.elizabethcoopersmithconsulting.com. So thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear from you and see what you think. So leave something in the comments. Either it's going on YouTube too, so either on Instagram or YouTube. And if you guys need anything or have any questions, just let me know. Have a great week. Bye.